Good morning, Manx Viking fans. This is Chris from the Manx Viking Project, and this video is about our recent trip over to the UK, where we investigated a few of the existing Viking sites around to see what we could draw from them and what parallels were there between the projects and how we can look at making ours better. So enjoy. So here we are at Danelaw Heritage Centre, and this is the Viking exhibit. So we're just going to take a quick wander in and have a quick look around the buildings.
Concrete floor.
Again, it's a shame because it started off well with the walls, and when they've got to the roof, they've just
Like a four-poster wall, isn't it?
just shutter and ply.
I don't think the pie would have been like that, but hey, they probably know a lot more than I do. Just a load of bricks on the floor. When you've got a four-poster bed, it doesn't add up, does it?
House that has a giant fireplace and central lamp in the middle of the room. On that side there, you've got a different style of house with oak timber walls. That's the jeweler's house, they're a little bit richer. And it's actually got the original timber wall in the glass case over there. Have a look around, any questions?
piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age. suggest trade with Central Asia, the Eastern Mediterranean and the Red Sea. It's possible that Arab traders like this man made their way to the orbit to sell their goods. Slave and culture from Dublin to elsewhere. Let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working here in the city. Here's Sigurd. He's using animal bones and antler from deer to make some everyday objects such as comb cases, skates, and bone pens. Making a comb and antler could be very time consuming, as the ones found here were made from limbs with almost anything, so it would have been a great way to turn household waste into food. Here's the blacksmith's house. Look inside and you can see his wife by the fire.
Note to self, research small pigs.
Now we go across to the next property. We visit his neighbour, Henry, a woodturner who lives in one of the new style wooden plank rooms. Henry is making cups and bowls by turning wood such as oak or apple to his poultry. You can see all the wooden core weight from the ground. This family also look like they're taking a break. Where big trading ships and people have come up from the North Sea. Here, traders are unloading their goods alongside fishermen from the lots of raw materials from across Britain, as well as rare and valuable items from further north. We found thousands of fish bones that tell us exactly what the people ate, which included lots of fish, eels, and even oysters. So these men are probably doing a roaring trade. Have a look at the man better. His face has been reconstructed based on a skull that was found in the room. Later on in the visit, you'll see more really faces like this. This next picture of red, yellow, blue, green, vibrantly coloured clothes will certainly brighten up the streets of York. On this plot of land, there was a bowl that contained dye-found plates, suggesting that a dye bath had been tipped into it. Limestone lined that ditch running up to this next building, forming a passageway to the back door. We are now entering one of the new style oak plank buildings. We're still discussing whether these buildings were one or two stories, but they all had rooms or cellars below ground level. As we travel through this two-room house, you can imagine that the floor at the back is being built, and you can see the cellar below where goods are. In this front room, you can see a woman working at the loom, which was used to weave woolen cloth for clothing and blankets. Just one of the many streets in this city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of York are covered in filth and mud, rutted by power wheels and with potholes everywhere. This leather worker seems to be having a problem sewing his shoe pieces together and looks like he has Viking disease or Dupuytren's contraction. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings and spread it throughout Northern Europe and beyond as they travelled and intermarried. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing in Old Norse, but if you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh, and Old Irish all being spoken on this street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman a cabbage of some sort. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or her young lady. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in the excavations here, and this one is based on one of them. You can see that she's walking with a crutch due to her hip problems and arthritis. You can find out more about her in the galleries to come. This time, here's a priest administering last rites. He would always have worn a stole baptism for CE, as it marked his priestly status. We found a very small silk, pink-coloured reliquary pouch in one of the buildings. The embroidered cross on it suggests that it once held holy relics which have since disappeared and are now a mystery. Each property is separated from the next by woven wattled fences. We know from the 5 tons of animal bone found in the excavation that the people's diet was quite similar to ours, with lots of beef, pork and mutton, as well as poultry and fish. Supplying this food may have been one of the reasons for the major changes in the countryside we see around York at this time. In this backyard, animals have been slaughtered to provide meat and other resources. Body parts of cattle must have been a fairly familiar sight and smell around Viking Roadtrip. As well as supplying meat, cattle carcasses also provided corn and corn, both valuable resources for making everyday items. Stomach contents of cows were other byproducts of this slaughter. There must have been loads of flies breeding in rubbish pits of dumps across the city. The red carpet there on the fence would have been a regular visitor, scavenging in the city, particularly in backyards like this. Toilets would also have been situated in the backyard. Pits in this yard were clearly used as latrines, as there were plenty of waste, as well as moss to the Viking Age toilet paper. This man doesn't look too happy to be disturbed, so perhaps we'd better move on. Here, we are in our final house. In the excavation of Copperhead, we found a few Viking Age musical instruments, including a set of panpipes which can still be played. Music, saga telling and poetry must have been important in the Viking world.
We put it on top of our building with natural football walk. So my idea is, let's say, make 10th century Anglo-Saxon community. They must have it.
you basically, I mean, every technical drawing I did, because that's about the same size as my Viking farmstead's going to be, the forge.
Yeah.
And it is literally a carbon copy of my drawings, and
Yeah.
I've never seen that before today.
Alright, well there you go.
And it's, you know,
Let's just say no, a practical build.
yeah,
It's a practical
yeah.
build, and you've got
Yeah.
practical people thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think you arrive at similar conclusions. It's
Yes,
that
definitely.
So these are the guys that came over and did this.
The Icelandics, he was.
Yeah.
They'd done the walls and got us gone.
So the walls, they've just, oh shit.
The dry
look at
stone,
it. Look at it.
dry stone walling. Yeah.
You did all this as well.
Well, I done flooring. I mean, they were here for 10 days, so they got the walls done and they started the frame,
Yeah.
and then I finished it off. I finished the roof and done all the flooring and all sorts. So I made bellas and lot. It's just kind of,
You made these?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's sort of, I just like fiddling. I just like messing about.
Yeah,
Making stuff.
absolutely.
And these are the Viking emus.
these
That's,
are the Viking, yes.
This is Loki and Boulder.
Not many people realise that the Vikings are the emus, but they did get about a bit. With a stack on it and it should draw.
Cool.
The advantage being, with the billows you have to be really careful because the ash blows up through and sticks to your bead
Oh, okay.
when you're building your bead up,
Yeah.
whereas the natural draw one doesn't lift the ash. Some of, some of the beads.
This is them.
Oh, wow.
Look. These are handmade. How beautiful. So I take it that you're kind of playing with the wall and stuff like that. Something I've never
Yeah, well,
done
it
myself.
hasn't been so much me so far. It's there's people come on site. So we've got the reenactors come on site, and the ladies get quite excited when you say, "Here, you want to bang the wall?"
Yes, we've got actually we've got friends up the road, really good friends that are very much into it, thankfully, because know nothing about it at all.
Well, I don't neither.
No.
So.
But I just think it's such a shame now that wool's worth nothing, whereas we have our local sheep that apparently
This is the thing. It's like my son has these commercial sheep, so he clipped all them out earlier on, and we burnt the wool.
Yeah,
He
it's
still was
sad,
doing.
isn't it?
So you had like
So sad. Same
about
at home.
14, 15 fleeces, and you burned it because it's not worth doing anything with.
So similar. It's exactly the same length. But
It's almost as if, I
a bit
mean,
more
when
scratch.
I turned up last night and I started talking to him, so I first had my idea for a Viking settlement on the island about 15 years ago. They didn't have the land to do it on. And then in 2017 my mother died, and in 2019 we sold the family home and I got my inheritance. And just at that time, a friend of a friend who I've met many years previous got in touch with me via my mutual friend to say he was selling his 4 acres of land in Sandygate. And I went down there and I said, right, what do you want for it? He said, that much. I went, take it on the leave. And it was just like, here we go. So that was 2020, then COVID hit, so it was sort of a year was lost then.
Yeah,
Then I put
we just mothballed the site
Yeah.
for 12 months there.
So then I put in my planning application for the Viking settlement sort of mid-late 2021. That finally went through the planning process July 2022, and now we're just at the point of trying to get the governing company set up properly, the not-for-profit, so we can start applying for grants and stuff. But in the meantime, I'm doing like the
Look at that, we got on it, didn't we?
That's sad. Been
yeah,
there,
Charities
seen it.
Commission.
Yeah.
So now we've got to convert our company from limited by shares to limited by guarantee, and the Articles of Association, the governing instrument, takes out all of the things about directors' dividends and you know profits and stuff like that. Takes all of that out of that, so we can't. So the directors can't take any money out of it for their own personal use.
It is
It's just for the project. So once that 95 grand goes into the project, it can only be used for the project. I can't go, well, I'm going to claim myself a 10 grand dividend. You know, which is unfortunately how our company was set up in the beginning, because I didn't do it myself.
We
So we're
had
just
those difficulties with regards to directors and committees and how many people and
Blooming nightmare,
signatories.
Navigated, thank you.
Oh, we didn't.
We didn't.
No,
we
I
give
tried
up
to
on
do
it.
everything myself. And I haven't filed my annual return, so there's a penalty for that. And then there's-
Tell us about it.
First, what was it, 2
Now,
grand?
one thing that happened during the thing of this, when I started this project, I called it the Sandygate Viking Project. Yeah, because it was based in Sandygate. Anyway, this chap from London, another chap, went, oh, you don't want to call it the Sandygate, you want to call it the Manx Viking Project, because that means you'll be able to sell it to companies better, 'cause it's got the island identity sort of thing. But I've regretted it ever since because I coined the term fighting higher than my own arse. It makes me sound more, makes the project sound more important. I really do think it is. So what I'm going to try and do is rename my bit as the Manx Viking Project Sandygate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and make myself an offshoot of the main Viking project. So then, for instance, if a farmer down the road goes, oh, we want to do something based around Viking, like tapestry or weaving or stuff like that, then he can then, absolutely no problem. You can have the Manx Viking project Peel. And soon the conversation became random chaos.
Trying to get their head around the history. We have schools and kids come
they've got roundhouses, then longhouses, and into medieval and stuff like that.
It's great for them.
This is a private land. It's a personal project.
If you want to look.
It's not a commercial.
You've already had it, haven't you? Someone just turning up and getting really irate.
Just turned up,
you
and I was like,
oh, we get that all the time.
Walk down through my land.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said, I'm going to carry on walking down through your land to get back to my place and climb over the hedge. So no, you're not. You're going to turn around. You're going to go back out to the gate, and you're going to walk back round. So yeah, I mean, as you say, it's a project of passion. It's something you've done for personal reasons, not for monetary gain. So anybody wanting to visit the site, please message More Forge on the Facebook page. And
and I'll get back to you, and happy to show people around, but just let us know first.
Always good.
Not a problem.
So it's absolutely amazing that we're both on exactly the same.
Right.
Almost as if we've had the same dream, shared a dream.
We've come to the same conclusions from completely different points. So
and I can't wait to see this finished and what's the progress of it.
Yeah, well, if every watertight by winter, but there's like another year or two's work to do on it to get it finished.
A lot of the viewers will be going, well, it looks like you've basically just ripped off More Forge's idea. But hand on heart, I've never seen any of these buildings before I put in my planning application. It's just amazing.
He's never been here before. It's okay, folks. Plagiarism isn't a problem.
He said petting is petting you.
Come here, my beauty.
Fly, my pro. Wait, you can't.
Absolute beast, isn't it?
No, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to come back and visit again. Obviously, I've just quit my job. I've full-time work for the government, but I wasn't spending time on the project. It was those 40 hours of a week during the daytime that were really important to be spending on the project. I was spending working sat in front of a computer screen. But I've taken a massive pay cut from tens of thousands of pounds down to zero overnight. So I'm hoping that the project will be able to pay me a living wage going forward.
Should be. But this here, it's a fraction of the money, but it's a shift in how you live your life.
Yes, definitely. And it's a lot more fulfilling as well. You've got food in your belly, and you've got a roof over your head, somewhere warm to sleep at night, and people who love you, or
friends to enjoy it with,
and an emu.
We're doing
and an emu or two.
Okay, you win two, so nothing on the emu score.
I got you on the emu front, definitely.
Must get those goshawks.
Crazy.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Absolutely marvellous.
You're more than welcome.
Last night.
You're more than welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Oh,
good on you.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you so much.
It's good to meet you. As I say, I was aware that you were over there doing similar sort of stuff, but it's just so nice to meet up and kick a few ideas about and compare notes,
So if you ever want to visit More Forge, you can find them on Facebook and give David a shout beforehand, and he'd be more than happy to show you around.
More than.
And I'm sure it'll blow your mind as well as he's blown ours. So
it's
been
excellent.
Thrilling
Couldn't
visit.
have made us more welcome. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Really. It's been gorgeous.
No, pleasure having you here. It really is.
So those were the three main Viking sites that we've visited while we were away. In reverse order, the Danelaw Viking Village. It's part of a much bigger sort of heritage centre with a tractor museum and so on and so forth. So I can understand that out of season, once the kids are back at school, the things like the Viking bit aren't used so much. But when we got there, it was pretty much abandoned. There was nobody there to show us around, and we pretty much had the run of the place. So it did allow us to skip over ropes and go and have a proper look inside the buildings, which we maybe wouldn't have been able to do if there'd been any staff there. But yeah, on closer inspection, it looks good on camera from the outside, but yeah, once you get up close, you can see all the screw heads and, you know, the shutter imply and stuff like that. It really is targeted towards kids. The Jorvik Centre, very similar, very much targeted towards children and families, and very commercially driven as well. They want to get people in a certain amount of time, get them into the cars, going around the exhibit, out the other side, through the exhibition bit, and then off to the gift shop. So again, although there were some very interesting things to see there, the overall thing was, yeah, they just want our money. And both of those sites cost us the best part of £30 to get into for the pair of us. Last but certainly not least, Morforge. You know, they deserve a video all of their own. Just talking to David, and if I could have got the sound better, I'm still learning with all of this AV stuff, we would have made more of the thing about Morforge, but a lot of the footage was ruined by terrible audio, so it is something we're going to try and address in future videos. But David and his partner, absolutely superb. They let us stay the night down there, in the longhouse, lit the fire. The atmosphere of the place, it just lives and breathes, and that's what you're trying to capture with a project like this, is that real atmosphere. When you walk in there, you really feel like a Viking, and they've absolutely achieved that. So best of luck to them in the future. We can't wait to go back and visit them, can't wait to see the longhouse that they're building at the moment completed. So yeah, brought so many ace ideas back. Too many things that I need to be doing in the future are in my brain now that I want to do now. It's like taking up falconry and things like that. But you know, we'll do other videos on that as we move forward. The next video will be about us expanding the team, because literally I can't do everything on my own, and there's certain things that I'm really bad at. So we've got a couple of extra people in, and hopefully another one shortly. So once we've got everybody together, we'll get a video, introduce everybody, and that'll be the next one that goes up. So until then, thank you very much. Cheers.